Hello, this is our Lesson 3 math lesson. Materials needed: a quiet place to work, your English math workbook, some crayons, specifically blue, yellow, and green, and a pencil. So please gather all of your materials. So our objective for today is that at the end of the lesson, you will be able to say, I can draw one more. I can show one more in an equation and in a sentence. And I can use a number bond to add. So what this will look like is, you can see I have 3 circles at the top of the page. So by saying one more, I'm saying I can draw the picture, and now I can write the equation. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 3, and I put 1 more, and I will say this equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will be able to put that into a number bond. So we will be able to say, let me draw a bigger one. 3 and 1 more is 4. Some of our vocab today is add. Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to say the word and then you need to repeat it. Add, summa, more than, may or a, number bond, vinculo numerico. All right, we are going to play 5 group flash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture like this with some dots, and you have to tell me how many dots there are really fast, and try not to go and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to count it out like that. Okay, so are you ready? It's going to be a fast one. This is 5. How many? 1. How many? 6. How many? 4. How many? 6. How many? 8. How many? 2. How many? 9. How many? 10. How many? 3. All right, nice job. Shake it out, shake it out. Okay, so our lesson today, like I said earlier, is looking at one more. So I have here 4 triangles. 3, 4. And this sentence here says 1 more than 4 is blank. So we have to add 1 more to our picture. And now to complete this sentence, I'm going to count how many are all together, because this is saying 1 more than 4 is 5. And then blank, and we have to find the answer, which I kind of just gave it away. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is our answer. So we can say that 4 plus 1 equals 5. All right, let's look at the next example. Now we have some squares. So again, we're going to look at the number, and then we're going to put 1 more. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to count how many squares there are first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now I'm going to draw my one more. Here it is. So one more than 8. We said there were 8 squares. I traced them in blue. And I added the one more in yellow. And now I have to count the total. So I can go 8, 9. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Now I'm going to fill in my number bond. We started with 8 squares, so I'm going to put an 8 here. Then how many more did I draw again? How many more did we add? Oh, that's right. One more. Good job. And all together, now we have 9. Does everybody understand? If you're a little confused, I want you to watch these 2 examples again, okay? If you got it, let's keep on going. All right, let's do a nice cheese pose to get out some of our wiggles. So everybody stand up and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, phew. All right, sit back down. Now open up your workbooks. And you need to find lesson number 3. It'll have this up on the top here. Okay. So now please write your name at the top. Okie dokie. Let's get started. So our directions say draw one more in the 5 group. In the box, write the numbers to describe the new picture. Okay. So we have our pictures here. You may have some more problems on your page. The rest of the page looks like this. I just cut it in half so I can have it bigger so it's easier for me to write. That's all. Sorry, I should have said that first. So you should have smiley faces, hearts, triangles, and circles all on your page. So we're going to start with the smiley faces, okay? Here we are. Let's start by counting how many smiley faces. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our directions say that we have to draw one more. So I'm going to draw one more. Now let's read our sentence. 1 more than 7 is blank. Okay, so let's count how many we have all together now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's fill in our equation. 7 and 1 more equals 8. All right, let's try the hearts now. So first we're going to count how many hearts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our directions said to draw one more, so I'm going to draw one more. Now let's read the sentence. 1 more than 9 is blank. So we fix that in our picture. Now let's fix it in our sentence. So we have I know that I have 9 hearts. That's how many I start with. So I can say 9, 10. 1 more than 9 is 10. So 9 plus 1 equals 10. How we doing so far? We're going to do one more together, and then you're going to try number 4 by yourself. All right, let's look at number 3. How many triangles are there? Go ahead and I want you to count them. How many triangles did you get? All right, let's double check and see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you get 6? Nice job. All right, now we have to draw one more. Draw one more triangle. Okay, let's read our sentence. 1 more than 6 is blank. So, what do we have to do now? We have to count them all together. Let's start counting. I know we had 6 to start with, so I could say 6, 7. 1 more than 6 is 7. All right, let's do our equation. 6 plus 1 equals 7. Now we need to fill in our number bond. I'm going to use my colors to fix my number bond, so it'll help me remember where the parts go and where the total goes. I want you to put your colors on the number bond with your crayons. Go ahead and pause your video and put your colors. All right, now let's fill in. So how many triangles are there to begin with again? Let's check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to write a 6. And how many more did we draw? 1. So we're going to write a 1. And then how many are there now all together? 7. All right, I'm going to check how we're doing because you're going to do number 4 all by yourself. Are you ready? You're going to start by counting your picture. You're going to draw one more. You're going to fill in your sentence and your equation and then your number bond. So go ahead, pause your video and complete your problem. Alrighty, here's the next page. Turn the page. You should now see 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's this big one on the bottom. So let's look at number 5. That's kind of like the same thing we just did. This time there's just no number bonds. So we're just drawing one more, filling in our sentence and our equation. Alrighty, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 here. We need one more. So I'm going to draw one more. Now we're going to count. 8, 9. And fill in your equation right here. I'm going to let you do this part by yourself. Alrighty, let's do number 6 now, which has like these little circles here. Because this picture is a little bit more complicated, When I add my one more, I'm just going to do a regular circle. With math, we want a picture that's nice and fast. So, for example, if we had something and it was talking about ducks, we wouldn't want to sit there and draw out a duck with the wings and the tail and the feet. It takes way too long. When you're writing and doing a story, you want to add lots of detail to your picture. But for math, we don't need to. So for this problem, when we add one more, we're just going to draw a circle, okay? Alrighty. So let's count how many O's. It kind of looks like the letter O. How many O's there are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to draw one more. How many are there all together now? Okay, fill in your sentence and fill in your equation. I'm noticing that they switched the side. The answer was on the end here. The sum was on the end of the sentence and the equation. But this time, it's first. So just be careful when you're filling in your sentences and equations. When you're done with number 6, I want you to do 7 and 8 by yourself, okay? So pause your video and complete those problems. All right, now we have almost like a word problem here. Let's read it and see what we need to do. Imagine adding one more backpack to the picture. Then write the numbers to match how many backpacks there will be. Okay, so first let's start off by counting how many backpacks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're starting off with 7 backpacks. So I'm actually going to come over to my number bond here and fill in the number 7 because that's the first part. That's how many we're starting off with. And it says we need to add one more. So I'm just going to draw a box. 1 backpack there. Now I'm going to fill in my number bond with the number 1 because our problem says we're adding one more. To figure out the total, the answer, we need to see how many there are all together. So we need to count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 backpacks total. Now let's fill in our equation and our sentence. So 1 more than 7 is how many? Is 8. We have 8 total. Ooh, now for this one, we are not only filling in the answer, we have to fill in a part. There's a part missing here in this equation. So this is saying something plus 1. How many backpacks did we start off with again? Let's look back at our picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 goes here. Then we added one more. And now we have 8. All right, let's do another little wiggle stretch. Everybody stand up. Let's try Warrior 1. Let's do it for 15 this time. Let's count to 15. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Phew. All right, sit back down. Now you're going to see this next page, which is the homework page. I'm going to read the directions with you, and then you're going to finish the page, okay? So let's see the directions. How many objects do you see? Draw one more. How many objects are there now? So for each problem, so for the cylinders here, for the stars, for the triangles, and then these kind of those look like suns maybe, or flowers, you're going to draw one more to each picture, okay? Then you're going to fill in the sentence and the equation, and then you're going to fill in the number bond. Now, before I have you start, I'm just going to remind you of how our number bonds are. We have our part, and our part, and our total. So remember, we have our 2 parts and our total. Alrighty, now you can go ahead and do the rest of these problems. When you're all done, please have your grown-up take a picture of all of your work, upload it on Class Dojo, and I will grade it. You guys are doing a great job. Keep going.